Mr. Dinandt, ever since you took the position of Group CEO in December 2016, the Hilding Group has undergone some significant strategic changes. In doing so, the Hilding Group has created 7 new divisions. Why is that?
So, as we like to say, sleep is global, bedding and mattresses are local. And I think, if you look at the trends, the developments that we've seen over the last years, for example, the strong rise of private label, white label products versus brands from manufacturers, it has made us revisit our organizational structure, and we have come to the conclusion that with the new 7-division structure that we will be introducing in January of 2019, we will be much better set up to serve our markets in a more efficient and effective way.
And can you explain the logic of the new divisions?
Yes, the logic of the new divisions is actually structured in such a way that we want to cover from a smaller budget to high-end luxury bedding everything. And if I take the example of the premium brand division, which comprises Beko of Switzerland, Jensen of Norway, and Carpe Diem of Sweden, here we intend to operate globally, whereas other divisions are much more then focused on local, regional markets, Slumberland in Asia, Ascona in Russia, the Nordic division, but also the European House of Brands.
And what do you expect from this reorganization?
Focus and growth. So for us, the logic is that because we now have a much more concentrated approach to serving individual markets, we expect our brands to grow their business. And I think if we cannot show on an individual brand level that we're able to grow the business, we will have to consider other options for that specific brand.
Talking about other options, why do you think splitting up the business can work?
The bedding and mattress industry is actually very traditional. For example, watches. Watches is a much more sophisticated industry. And if you take the example of how they've segmented their markets, they do a fantastic job. Take a watch manufacturer like Patek Phillipe. They are high-end products and they do a brilliant job of serving those markets.
You're mentioning Patek Phillipe. What is your Patek Phillipe and why does it have to be so expensive?
Well, our Patek Phillipe is Carpe Diem. And here you're looking at a product which has, for example, a patented mattress inside technology, which makes it extremely good. And chiropractors tell us that they believe it's actually one of the best surfaces to sleep on. So if you combine that with the fact that it's very well made by craftsmen that have worked for many, many years in the factory, we use very, very expensive materials. You're looking at a product which has a price tag, which is, for example, inside our own portfolio, well above another great product called Eastbourne. So clearly, as you see with the examples of watch industry, once you have your segments and you're serving those segments, you have to price for the appropriate product for that segment.
But does that mean that your Eastbourne products are not as good as your Carpe Diem products?
Well, it's a question of getting what you pay for. So when you're buying an Eastbourne bed at a retail price of between 2,000 and 3,000 euros, you're getting a fantastic product, well designed, well made. But when you're paying 10,000 euros for a Carpe Diem product, you're getting a custom-made bed which is designed specifically for you with this unique patented technology. So in that respect, it's a question of getting what you pay for.
From a Hilding perspective, what sets the premium brand apart?
When you talk to experts, what do they consider to be the key things about good brands? Well, the first thing is customer. It's a focus on the customer. It's about knowing the customer. It's about talking to the customer. It's about listening to the customer. The second topic is the USPs and the brand consistency, the brand communication of that product. And the third thing is innovation. Any great product, any great brand needs to always continuously innovate, elevate the product. And this is something I think we can certainly improve on.
You highlight the importance of innovations, but surely you have innovated in the past and have developed these kind of brands in the past.
Well, we have indeed done that in the past, but I think we have not done as good a job as we could have done. And we believe that with the new structure, the new divisional structure, we will do a much, much better job going forward.
Looking forward, where do you think the bedding industry is heading?
Did you know that as humans, we spend 1/3 of our life sleeping and effectively in beds? So considering how important sleep is for us, the value attached to the product sometimes shocks me because it's not really taken as important as I believe it should. So the bed itself, I think, is a product which has a lot of potential for further development. And if I take, for example, the latest technology that we will be introducing early 2019, where you will be able to customize your bed, exactly as you want it. With those type of initiatives, we clearly will, again, set the tone and set the pace in our industry and re-emphasize the importance of good sleep to people.
The important question is the group currently able to do such investments?
If you look at our current year performance and you neutralize some one-time effects that we've had this year, our earnings in 2018 are actually at a very similar level to the levels they've been over the last 5 years, which have always been around 100 million euros. So to answer your question, yes, clearly we have all the financial means we need to invest in these initiatives, in these growth projects.
Mr. Dinandt, thank you very much.